Hey guys, this is Jami from His Wife's Keeper. A little bit of a different look. Consider yourself extremely lucky because I'm literally giving you my bare face. I'm joking with the lucky part, believe me. But no, today I was wanting to talk to you guys about makeup. I'm not a real girly person, but makeup is something that I love. I mean, I absolutely love it. From high-end to drugstore products, to even some from Dollar Tree that are my absolute favorites that work better than my Too Faced, my Charlotte Tilbury, my Laneige, my Too Faced, I mean everything. So right now we're going to start with my skincare. My skincare is the only thing that I've got on my face. And I use Dr. Malaxin, which is absolutely great. I use their Gentle Wash and I use their Spicule Serum, and then I use their Calcium Serum. I use their Concentrate Calcium Volume Multi-Balm after that, and then I let it soak in, and then after that all I do is put on my Olay Complete. If you guys see me doing this right here or putting eye drops in my eyes, guess what? We're all lucky again because it's allergy season. So since we've got our skincare prep on, and I just used exactly what I showed you, we're going to go to primer. I think we'll use the Revlon Rose Glow Face Gloss. It's luminizing and hydrating. It's great. It is 80% water, so it's more like a serum with a little bit of a glow underneath, a little bit of a pinky tone underneath. It's Aqua Waterfall Concentrated Glycerin. It's got fluorographite in it, and that's what gives you the tint. It hydrates better than most primers that I've got, and I've got the Professional Pores Be Gone Hello Fab, and I've got, I guess it's a dupe, it's Pores Be Gone Matte Primer with fig extract, and that's Hello Fab base mattifying. I don't use mattifying much, only because my face is combination. So it goes a little bit on the dry side of my T-zone and of course around the top of my forehead. And then the rest of it is normal to oily depending on what time of year it is. Another one that I got that was absolutely a moment of, are you serious? Was this one from Amazon. And it is the Misha Glow Skin Balm. And this stuff right here, it is not as tacky as the Wet n Wild Clingy. And it's not like the e.l.f. Power Grip. I can't stand those. I cannot stand the feel of them. I can't stand them. Now, when I'm going for a full face, I just go for the e.l.f. Liquid Putty Primer, and it's the liquid putty primer. Say that 3 times fast. But I think I'm thinking either the Revlon Rose Glow or the Misha. Actually, let's go for the Misha. I want you all to see what this does. Of course, you can see my face. I've got redness. I've got pores that you can definitely see. I've got a breakout, of course. Why not? And, you know, I've got fine lines. So we are going to go for that. I'm going to get my mixing bowl. I'm going to put some of this right here in the bottom. And this is the brush that I use for my primers and for hydrating. And like I said, watch what this does. And a little goes a long, long way. And you can get that on Amazon. I honestly think it was like $5. It was actually an accident. I was supposed to be getting another one of the Revlon Rose Glow, the one that I just showed you. And I ended up getting that. And I was actually quite upset because the Rose Glow around Christmas was sold out anywhere that I could find it. So I got on Amazon and they sent me that, and I was absolutely, teetotally pleasantly surprised. I mean, it gives you a tiny, 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 tiny bit of tack, or else I wouldn't be wearing it at all. But it is not uncomfortable. Where it's 80% water, when I say hydrates, it will plump and fill in your 11 lines right here. Your expression lines on your forehead. If you've got crow's feet, it will plump and fill those in. I mean, look at that. My face is not wet. I'm just moving around the product pretty much. But my face is not wet, and look at that glow. I mean, look at that glow. It's eating. I got a little bit left in there, and of course I'm not going to waste it. Bring it down on my neck, give my neck a little bit of a good morning look. And the reason why I stipple after I move my foundation or my primer or my serums or anything is because it gets it further into your pores so your skin can absorb it on a better level. Okay, now we're going to give this just a second to dry down. Just a second. So I hope you guys have had a good beginning of the week. Now it's, leaning more toward, no, it's not hump day anymore. We work third shift, therefore our daytime, which is right here, is at night or first thing Thursday morning. But it is Thursday morning, so we are leaning more toward the weekend. I hope you guys have got good plans. We do. We might take the little munchkin out to do something. Her birthday was last weekend, and we ordered, her thing is Poppy Playtime. So she's got the whole genre on different, I don't know what it is, groups or facets. And the one that she wanted, we got her, but we didn't get till yesterday. And she is just going to be so excited. So excited. If you guys know what Poppy Playtime is, it took me a while to catch on. It did. It was right weird, but it's, the storyline, if you look into it, is actually pretty cool. So since we have got dry down going on here, we are going to go in with eyes. I always do my eyes before I do my foundation. That is a rule. I've got the e.l.f. Wow Brow Tinted Gel. And I had an injury on this side, so my eyebrow right here droops down a little bit because I've got hardware in it. So my biggest thing is getting my eyebrows to be at least third cousins. Oh, and I didn't tell you all, this is the color Warm Brown. Alrighty, let's get this on here. I like to brush my eyebrows up and then shape them back down. I like this. I've got other brow tints or gel brow tints, but I kind of like e.l.f. better because it doesn't stiffen up like formaldehyde, and it does not flake. And it stays where you place it. Now, there's another product that I use, and it's brow laminating gel, and I got it from Dollar Tree. I saw it on YouTube, and I was like, I need that in my life. So I went and I got some, and let me tell you guys, if you guys don't have that, you need to go get it. It is in a pink tube. I think mine is actually in the truck right now. And the eyebrow pencil that I normally use, because I don't go anywhere without my brows fixed. I've got a big stigma about my brows because of the injury on this one. And so I do not leave the house without my brows done. You can ask my husband. I just don't. It's just a reminder. And so I like to fix the reminder. So I think that is pretty good, if I should say so myself. I think I might darken up the tail on this just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. And that's it. But there's a lot of girlies out here, girlies, guys, in between, you know, anyone that thinks you've got to spend an armload of money to get a full face of good makeup that's not going to break you out, that's not going to flake, that's not going to wear off during the day. No, you do not. I've got my Dior and Charlotte Tilbury and my... Oh, sorry. Oh, I've got a lot. Now, this is a good one. The Simply Ageless CoverGirl with Olay. That one's really, really good. The Girl Lactic Luminous Tint Foundation. That one is bomb. That one is about $18. The CoverGirl Plus Olay Simply Ageless. This is $18 also. Now, if you want to go full face, I've got the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Age Defy Liquid Foundation. That one is $12. I mean, I've got the Rimmel Multitasker Better Than Filters. That one is $20. I have got the L'Oreal Lumi Leg Glow Tint, and I get it in medium neutral. That one is $14. I've got the Lake Rain Hydrating Tint Perfector. I got that off Amazon also. That one is $6. This one will rival any one of those that I just pulled out. It's amazing. But I think my favorite by far, if I had to pick, honestly, would be this Revlon Photo Ready Lift and Fill Skin Tint, but I mix it. Or the Almay Skin Perfecting Hydrating Tint with hyaluronic acid and squalene, and I get it in the color Honey. This combo right here, this is it. This is what you always see on my face in my videos. This is what it is. I mean, straight up what it is. If I have concealer, I use the LA Girl Pro Conceal, the high definition, and I get it in the color GC 955. That is the best concealer I have found on the market, period, point blank, end of quote. And there's probably not one I haven't tried. Now, if I don't use my Almay with my Revlon Photo Ready Lift and Fill Skin Tint, I use it, believe it or not, with the Bare Focus Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. This one right here is another one that will rival high-end skin tints any day of the week. So you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money to get a beautiful, beautiful face of makeup. You just don't have to do it. And I also got this from Amazon. This is Makeup Moisturizing and Visibly Refined Skin Balm Foundation. That's what it looks like on the packaging. And this is what it looks like inside. My absolute favorite thus far when it comes to balm foundations. And when you get older, how do I say this? When you get older, You do not want a heavy foundation that is going to settle in your fine lines and wrinkles. You don't. It does not look good. You might think it does, but it does not, baby. It does not look good at all. It looks cakey. It looks flaky. It just, y'all, it doesn't look good. Just please take my word for it. A airbrush foundation, which I like this one. This is my favorite airbrushing foundation. It's the original formula. It's the JA Airbrush Foundation Microfine Mist Diffusion and Anti-Aging Formula, skin-loving ingredients with hyaluronic acid. It's full buildable foundation coverage with a silky natural finish. Airbrush Foundation contains Jerome Alexander skincare makeup, a proprietary blend of skincare actives. None of these products, by the way, are sponsored. These are just some of my absolute favorites. And I have got a lot of makeup. And I do mean a lot of makeup. I've had Luminous airbrushing, the old one that actually had the airbrushing wand. No, thank you. I've had Bare Minerals. I've had the new Luminous. That one is where it's at. If you're wanting an airbrush foundation, don't take my word for it. Just try it. It's $22, yes, but this thing will last you forever. And I know mine's probably out of date. I know. In fact, I just looked and it's out of date. But it's a good one, y'all. It's a real good one. In fact, I'm just going to be honest. I'm not throwing it away until it throws me away. And hopefully it'll never throw me away. I'll be good with that. You know, hey. Okay, so we have got our Revlon Photo Ready Lift and Fill Skin Tint. And of course, we've got a little bit of our Almay in there. And when I say in there, I mean in my mixing bowl. And all I do with that is I put a tiny bit of my Olay Complete with sunscreen in there to sheer it out just a little bit. Because I like even more sheer than a BB cream is or a skin tint. I really don't. My skin isn't the best in the world, but it's not the worst. And this time of year, especially since it's starting to get hot, my skin's having to get used to the heat again and all that good, fine stuff. So therefore, I want something that is lightweight, that has coverage nonetheless, but is lightweight. So I'm going to get my foundation brush, which is right here. And my brushes, by the way, are the Farrah Complete Makeup two-sided brushes. I got mine at Walgreens, believe it or not. Okay, so we're going to go in with our foundation. Look at this. Look. Do you guys see this? Like I said, it is not full coverage. I go up on my ears, of course. It is not full coverage because I do not want full coverage. I do not wear full coverage unless it is an event. No full coverage, please. But as a skin tint, I mean, it speaks for itself. It completely and utterly speaks for itself, if I may say. Your skin's going to have a luminosity to it that's simply going to be beautiful. And it works for all skin types. It works for dry skin. It works for combo skin. And it works for oily skin. It just depends how you wear it. If you have to pair it with, if you have to pair the Revlon tint, then all you do is pair it with a matte foundation. And yes, it is that versatile. Normally, you cannot do that. But yes, it is that versatile. Like I said, I am not going for, so don't get me in the comments saying, oh, well, I can see stuff through. I expect you to, because I do not want full coverage. Okay. And it shears out so flawlessly and so easily. I mean, so easily. And there are places that I'm going to go back over because I dermaplaned my face right before this video. Right before I did my skincare. I do it once every 2 weeks. And it just happened to be that today was the day. And like I said, I stipple after I rub in my foundation because it gets further into your skin. That it does. And of course, that was the perfect amount. I'm used to doing my skin, so I pretty much know how much to do. So, what are some of your guys' favorite foundations? And give me some tips on a good CC cream that you can wear that says it's light coverage and light on the skin, but is truly light on your skin. Because I've gotten some in the past and they say light on your skin, and heck, they cover almost as good as a full coverage. No, thank you. That is not what I was looking for. Not at all. Okay, we are done with that area. Okay, we are going to let that settle in for just a minute. And then we are going to go on to our powder. I'm thinking about my Rhodial Glass powder, loose setting powder for under my eyes and my T-zone. And then my other favorite is my Wet n Wild loose setting powder, the Photo Focus, and the soft pink. No, I'm thinking I'll go for that under my eyes. And then I'll go for this face. Okay, that's what we'll do, guys. And while I'm in here, I think I'm going to go ahead and get my eyeshadow palette out. Like I said, I do have very expensive makeup, and then I have makeup that will rival it all day long that you barely spend a penny on. It's crazy. I mean, some of the new formulas in drugstore makeup, yeah, like that, leave you speechless. Literally leave you speechless. I mean, absolutely speechless. Now, we are going to do eyes first, so should I go ahead and do my eyelashes? I'm thinking maybe. What are you guys thinking? While I'm thinking on that, I wanted to show you guys this palette. Well, my husband got it for me actually about 6 months ago. Let me remove this paper. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. Do we not see that? Especially that color. We have got Freeze Out. We've got Ice Queen, Steamy, Sparks Fly, Frappe, Chillin', Simmer, On Fire, Stone Cold, Keep It Cool, Hot Take, Sizzle, Cold Brew, Smoke Show, Spice is Nice, Take the Heat. We've got Cold Vibes, Sub-Zero, Smolder, and Burning Up. This palette is your perfect neutral palette with the perfect amount of shimmers and the perfect amount of mattes. I mean, it is amazing. Yeah, it's a little bit on the pricey side for an eyeshadow palette, but it will last you forever. And the colors are timeless. They go with anything and everything. There's nothing that they don't go with. Okay, I think we are going to go into lashes, guys. I think we need to go ahead and get those done before the eyeshadow itself. So I'm going in with Kiss Individuals. Like I said, nothing is sponsored. And I've got a mix of the Kiss Super Stick and the Semi-Permanent by Kiss Lash Adhesive Black. And of course, I've got my tweezers. So, and I do cat eye, so I do them on the outside. And all I'm doing right now is getting some glue in the little glue pocket on the packaging. And I'll be right back when I've got them done, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. Brief break. I had to do my eyelashes. And as you can see, got them done. I do a cat eye effect. I do not go all the way to my inner corner. I don't even go anywhere close to my inner corner. I stop about where your arch starts in your eyebrow. Okay, back to the iconic London eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna go to Simmer right here to start in my inner corner for transition, for all over color, and to start into transition. And I've got hooded eyes, therefore I go on top of my crease a lot of times. And I blend all the way out to the inner corner of my eye, from outer to inner. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And this is just a neutral, almost skin tone color that I go in with first, which of course I told you was Simmer. Okay, now I think I'm gonna go into Frappe, this color right here, to start my crease color. I'm going for a natural kind of light look because of course I'm doing this a bit late. And we've got things to do late morning, early afternoon tomorrow. One thing I do have to say about this palette is it's got a lot of fallout. That I'm not too with, but color payoff is extremely good. I mean, those two colors are lighter colors, and the color payoff, as you can see, is really pretty. Okay, now to start doing the transition to a bit of a deeper color, I'm going to go right here with Stone Cold. And it's showing up pinky on camera, but it's more of a light mauve beige with cool undertones. Oh yeah, that is starting a very, very pretty transition. And there at the end, and when I'm going in and out, I'm going like wiper motion. And then when I get to the end, whatever's left, after I go about 8-10 times, because I want to make sure everything is diffused, I kind of roll it on my outer corner. As you can see, just that little bit left over is creating a lot of definition. That is very pretty. Okay, now we're going to go in with a bit of a deeper, just to go midway in my crease and on the outer corner. And I think we're going to go in with Hot Take, which is right here. And we're going to start building up that outer corner. And I just do a little bit of a wiper motion, just tiny bit. And then right above the crease and on the outer part of my lid, I just do a gentle rolling motion. And it creates the definition of dark to light. Now I'm going to put a little bit, just a little bit of a deeper shimmer in that same spot as I did the last one. And I think I'm going to go with the last one, Burning Up. Oh yeah, that is so pretty. Do you see that definition? That's great. Especially with my eye color, because I don't think God could decide whether he wanted to do blue or green with my eyes. So he left me with a little tiny bit of both, as you can see. My eyes are the epitome of aqua pretty much. Okay, now for our brow bone, I'm going to spray my brush just a time. We'll get another brush actually. I'm going to get a little bit of a tighter packed brush. One like this. I'm going to spray it with a little bit of my setting spray, which today is going to be the Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray by e.l.f. I love this stuff, especially if you're putting down a shimmer or if you're highlighting your brow bone. And I think I'm going to go with Sparks Fly right here. Man, that shimmer is pretty. Okay, I think that about does that. And I'm also going to tap a little bit of this a little bit of this color into the outer corner. I had more thoughts going through my head than one. Isn't that pretty? My goodness. Okay, I'm going to go back into this because I'm not seeing it much right here in my arch. Now yeah. I think we got a winner here, guys. Okay, and I set my makeup throughout my whole makeup session. So hold on one second. I know that seemed like overkill, but this is such a fine mist that you have to make sure it gets everywhere. We'll stick it there. Put this brush down. All right. Now for my lid, the shimmer on my lid, I think we're going to go with Smoke Show right here. Right here. And I'm just literally going to put it on the middle part of my eye. Oh yeah, that is beautiful. That's one color I have never used out of this palette. Never, never. That is absolutely gorgeous. That is so pretty. Do you see that? Okay. Inner third, which is from the middle to the inner eye, I'm going to go with Ice Queen, which is right here. Because Iconic London normally eats. I mean, they eat. That is so pretty. But I think I'm going to go with the color under because you really can't see that much. And I don't want it to be the same color as my brow bone. And that color, I'm sorry guys, is chilling right there. And if you see the smudge beside the color pots in here, it's just where I'm knocking off the fallout. And I am going to diffuse the harsh edges between this lighter color and the color I did prior. Isn't that so pretty? Oh, hold on one second. I'm going to get a dry brush and diffuse those edges. Perfect. And perfect. But I do think I'm going to further deepen up that outer crease just a little bit, and I'm glad I've got a smudging brush, which I'm just going to go in with the same color that I did the last time, and that is Stone Cold. Okay, that did it. Yeah, that's just what we needed. And if you all are wondering about the discoloration on my hand, whoo, I had an accident exercising the other day. But everything is all good in the hood, so we're good. Okay, we've got our eyes done. Now we are going for blush. And I'm using liquid today. I'm going for a mixture of the W7 Sweet Glow Drops, and it is in the color Radiant Blusher Drops. That's it. These things are extremely moisturizing. They give you the perfect amount of highlight and the perfect amount of tint. I usually mix it with my Rare Beauty blush, and this is in the color, it's light, y'all. It's in the color Virtue, and I just go in what I mix my foundation with, and I just mix them together and get them good and coated on my brush. And again, these are the two-sided brushes from Farrah. These brushes are great and will rival any brush. So I'm going to go in on the outer V of my face and only go underneath the arch of my brow bone. And I'm going to stop right there because I've got it coated on my brush and I want it the same on both sides. And I always go up and out with my blush. I'm going to tap a little tiny bit of this excess off. Okay, there we go. And I am going to blend out. It is spring, summer is approaching, so I go for a lot of the more coral tints. They go with my eye color very well, and they just go with my skin tone. And I know this looks a little bit dark, but as you know, we have not done any of our powder yet. And I go over the bridge of my nose just a little bit and onto my forehead. I make a wide triangle. I don't go into any of my bronzing. I just make a wide triangle and I just barely tint it, and then I go on the ball of my chin a little bit, and then I blend down my neck and my jawline. And then I go with the other side of the brush, which is what I'll do my powder with, and I will diffuse it just a little bit before we do our powder. Now, next is powder time. Underneath my eyes and everywhere I highlight, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus HD Loose Setting Powder, and it's in soft pink. It does not leave a cast, so don't worry about that. It does not leave any kind of a cast. And I'm going in with the other side of my foundation brush, which is also the Farrah Complete. And I'm going to go under my eyes and up my temple area. I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. I'm going literally in the what I call the mask of your face, which is up your brow bone, go to the top of your arch, down to the outside edge, under your eye, around the bridge of your nose. Get a little bit more here. Under the other eye, to the outer corner of your hairline, and all the way up. And then I go in between my nose and in between my eyebrows. That gives you the perfect amount of highlight, but it doesn't white you out. And then I'm going to go on my chin, around my jawline. Let me get my bigger powder brush because it's a bigger area. Chin, jawline, and blend down. And then I'm going to go on the outside edge of my nose, upper lip, and around. Like a figure 8. Okay. We're going to put the lid on that. And then we are going to go in with our Rhodial Glass Powder, Loose Setting Powder. And it's translucent. Let me tap some into here. All right, let me get some loaded onto my brush. And then we're going to go on the rest of our face. And that sets the rest of our makeup. As I told you, that did not hurt the blush. The blush came out a bit on the lighter side. These powders are HD. They do not put a white cast to your face if you film or you have a channel, anything like that. They are perfect in that area. Now I'm going to go in with a powder blush. And this is the CoverGirl Classic Color Blush. And it is in the color Soft Mink. That's right here, and all that is going to do is redeposit a little bit of that color. Just a little bit. And we're going to go everywhere that we went first. We're going to do the wide triangle on the forehead, over the bridge of the nose, chin, just a tiny bit under the jawbone, bringing it down. And that is it. Now we're going to go in with a highlight. We are going to go in with the Seraphine Dorticalis First Light, and it's the Ultra Beaming Highlighter. And it's in the color Melon Sorbet. Let me show you this on my hand. It is the perfect, just little bit of luminance that you need on your skin, or on your cheekbones, on your highlighted points. Do you all see that? I mean, just the perfect amount. In fact, I think I want a little bit more beam, guys. I think I'm going to go in with the Believe Beauty Luminizing Glow Trio, and the colors are called On Cloud 9. And it's these colors right here. Oh yeah, they are beaming. This first color is right here. Oh wow, look at that. Second color I'm going to do on the mid part of my hand. That is gorgeous. And then the first, that one is absolutely beaming right here. I think we're going to go in with a mixture of the last one and the second one. Oh yeah, that's what we needed. And I do an outer cat eye, which is wrap around midway underneath the brow bone to the outer corner and up to the top of the brow bone. That is just gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. And I have to stop myself with highlighter, or else I will look like an oil slick. Just being honest. And if you're not getting the payout you want, go in with your finger. Don't be scared to. Because sometimes you need to. I go on to my Cupid's bow, which you just saw. Right there. And then a little bit on my chin. And then I'll go in with the darkest color. And I'll just follow along my jawbone. Okay guys, I'm going to do a little bit of mascara and that will be the end of this look. Essence Lash Princess. Y'all, this stuff is some underrated stuff that does not need to be underrated. I'm going to go in with my lashes that I just did. You're definitely about to see them now. Yes, sir. Go to the other eye. And now I'm going to go to my bottom lash line. I'm not doing any eyeliner today. Because sometimes I just don't feel like it. And today is just one of those days. I want my eyes to speak for themselves. Well, either way, Essence is absolutely amazing, and the eyes look really, really good. Okay. We are going to do a tiny bit of liner, guys, and a nude lip, and we are done. So let's get this nude lip going. Lip liner on. And we're going to go in with the Milani. Keep it full in the color Honey, right here. Milani's awesome also. Alright, you guys, this is the completed makeup look. It will be on all day. I've already set my face earlier, so it is set. So I'm glad you guys spent early morning with me. And please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and follow me. Tell me some of the content you guys want to see. I would love to know, because I'll do it for you. I've got an ebook coming out on gardening, on how to set up your garden, what to do first, second, last, things to amend your soil, how to get rid of pesky diseases that may hit your tomatoes, what have you. So be looking out for that, and be looking out for a live to come very, very, very soon. So guys, no matter what you're doing, where you're at, just know we pray for you and we love you, and so does God. So good night, guys. Bye.